you want to come on a ramble with me? We're going to take a stroll, talk about the energy, and pull a few cards as well. If you feel like that's something that might call to you, something you might want to sit down and enjoy, well, sit down and enjoy. There's nothing you have to do here. Nothing in particular for you to worry about getting right. Because we're touching on a subject today, and that subject is healing. But why healing? Why do we need to focus on that at the moment? It's something that a lot of us are moving through, but it's also something that sometimes we struggle to give enough attention. It can be hard trying to get it all right. Sometimes it can feel impossible, but there's something that needs highlighting. There's something that you need to follow. And for this reading, I'm going to use two very special decks of mine. I say they're special because I love these decks. They're actually two oracle decks, specifically targeted towards healing and looking after us. Now, some of you will definitely know what deck it is that I'm using today, because I'm going to be honest, it's some of my favourite decks. And the artist is the same for both decks. Does anybody know what this is? This is the Healing Waters by Rebecca Campbell. Now, I've got another sneaky Rebecca deck as well, but we'll get to that one. There's something here that we need to discuss. There's something that needs talking about when it comes to healing. I feel like a shuffle's needed with this one. Better. What is that we need to talk about? What aren't we quite seeing right? What do we need to know with regards to our healing? That's very sweet. This isn't the entire message though. There's another deck that I need, the Rose Oracle. Again, another beautiful deck by Rebecca Campbell. This one works incredibly well with the Healing Waters, and that needs a little bit of this. I love what that's talking about, but there's something else. What is that something else? Of course it is. Well, we got our cards. Let's talk about it. Now, these two that I want to start with, these are both coming from the Healing Waters. And I'm going to save that third one until later. Our first card, the Wishing Well. Unexpected gifts, kindness, and karmic jewels. We never know when a gift is going to arrive. We never expect it, do we? There is something working its way towards you. The Wishing Well has been listening to your wishes. The way that you've been manifesting, the way that you've been bringing in. There's a certain amount of detachment that's needed from the outcome, I mean. You know you're deserving of this, and the universe does too. There's certain gifts working its way towards you. And I know we're talking about healing, and we are, but it's all of the healing that you've already done, all of the progress that you've already shown. That is what is bringing in these hidden gifts, those little tiny rewards. And that's all come from you, how much you've been able to do. But here's the really difficult bit. Now you've got to accept. You need to welcome these gifts in. You need to let them take as long as they need. You've got to trust that they will work their way towards you. Because these gifts, you need them. No, you deserve them. That's where we get into the second card. This is the Mist, but it's in reverse. Let's talk about it. So why is the Mist card so important? This is all about trusting your inner compass and being led from within. Yeah. Now we kind of understand why this card is in reverse. Trusting our inner compass. Being able to be led from within. Even when there's no clear path in front of you, there is always something guiding us. It talks about trusting our own inner compass. We all know roughly where it is we want to get to. Don't get me wrong, we might not know every single step. We might not see the whole pathway laid out in front of us, but we know that that pathway is there. The amount of leaps and steps that you take where you're trusting your own inner compass, you're trusting your vision. You've already taken hundreds and thousands of those steps. This is just a couple more. But these ones feel different, don't they? Let me tell you why. It's because they're most authentic. This is your genuine energy, which does make things a little bit scarier. And it's also why this is in reverse. We talked about those gifts. You have to be led from within. You have to trust your own way of getting there, because it's going that way that leads you to those gifts. And I know it's not always easy. Sometimes we can't see the way forward. Sometimes we really struggle to take a step when we feel like there's not a step there. Do I bring out that third card yet? Not yet. Okay. When we were talking about the gifts that are coming, when we talk about you living, you got to understand that that's the only way that we can learn. Well, it's not the only way that we can learn, but it's downright the best way that we can learn. And what I'm talking about is learning through experiences, actually living. We often try to wait until we've got everything figured out, where everything feels perfect. Now's the time to go. Then we move. But you've got to do it the way that you are. That is the way you're actually meant to do it. And I know it might sound confusing, but you've got everything you need. And anything you don't have, you're going to find along the way, because you never truly needed it, but you'll have it. I do like being cryptic. You've got to trust that you're ready to walk that path. You've got to trust that you're ready for these gifts. They're working their way towards you. But why? Now the third card. So this last card, why is it so relevant now? Well, it represents mystery. This is Sub Rosa, probably one of my favourite cards in this deck. It talks about things being hidden in plain sight. It talks about mystery. It talks about learning and teaching. It's a card that carries a hell of a lot of energy with it. And especially as we're talking about healing here, we talked about experiencing. We talked about how much we're trusting our own direction at the moment. And why are we trusting that direction? And it's actually that learning and teaching that I want to delve into, because there's a very special reason why this card's here. You've taken on so much in the past couple of months. So many steps have been taken with regards to healing, connecting with our most authentic, genuine energy. So much of it has been learned through experiencing, hidden in plain sight. I can't help but feel that this gift that is working its way towards us, it's going to have a very familiar energy. I think we might already be slightly aware of what this gift might be, but I don't want you to stress about that, because that's going to find you when it needs to. And it's that I'm interested in. Learning and teaching. Please do not doubt how much you've learned, but more importantly, please don't doubt how much you can teach. And I'm not just talking about externally. You have a lot that you can share with people. You have a lot that you can pass on, a lot that you can teach. But actually, there's still a lot that we're teaching ourselves, that we're learning ourselves. And whether this is something very internal, I need you to see the progress that you've made. I need you to see the steps that you have taken, because it's being able to see how far we've come, how much healing we've actually been able to do. That is kind of a gift within itself. It's what enables us to carry on taking steps forward, which we come back to that missed card. You can't doubt you leading yourself. You've learned, you've taught, you've embraced these mysteries that have come up. That's why we're doing this. To learn through experiencing, to embrace our healing, to mess up, to get it wrong, to get it right. They're kind of the same thing, aren't they? Do not underestimate your healing. Trust that vision. Trust your compass. Because although some bits might seem like a mystery, or they might feel like they're hidden in plain sight, let them work their way to you. Don't force this. There's a gift coming, and you are so ready for it. And that's kind of beautiful. Well, rain's coming down. Come on. I really hope you enjoyed coming on this ramble with me today. I knew I wanted to focus on healing. I knew these cards had something that they wanted to say. And it wasn't a heavy healing message. It wasn't this weighty blanket to carry around with you. It's just a little reminder. Just something here to say something is coming. To trust your own compass. To move through the mysteries. To live and learn and teach. Yeah, you're doing far more than you realise. Don't ever doubt your healing. I know it's easy to say, it's never as easy to do. But hopefully, these cards, this ramble, hopefully it's kind of helped put things into a different perspective. Keep these cards with you whenever they show up, however they show up. You're doing great, believe me or not. You'll see it soon. I'll see you in the next one.